Hi, this is Ramachandran from onlinemathforall.com. In this video, we are going to discuss fundamental principles of counting. In fundamental principles of counting, we are going to see the two rules. One is multiplication rule and the other one is addition rule. Okay, first let us discuss what is multiplication rule and then we can discuss addition rule. Okay, first let us come to know what is multiplication rule. Okay, I have two works to be completed, so the most important thing is I have to complete both the works. To complete the first work I have m different ways, and to complete the second work I have n different ways. Then the total number of ways I have to complete both the works simultaneously is equal to m times n. To have a better understanding, we can consider a real life example for the first one, multiplication rule. Okay, I'll just show you the real life example in my next page. Okay, a student wants to go to school and evening he has to come back from school. So here the student has to do both the works. He has to go to school and he has to come back. So both the things are going to be held. So he has three options to go to school. That is, he has three different buses. He can use three different buses to go to school. That is bus A, bus B and bus C. So to come back from the school, he may use three taxis: taxi number 1, taxi number 2, taxi number 3. So the first one, in the first option, he has three different ways. That is like saying m different ways. And to come back from the school, yeah, again he has three different ways. We say that is n different ways. So total number of ways to go to school and come back from the school is equal to m times n ways. That is, m times n is equal to 3 times 3 is equal to 9 ways. So in 9 ways I can go to school and come back from school. Okay, so let us see how we get 9 as answer. Okay, so to go to school, now let us consider the first option. You go to school, the student goes to school in the bus A and he comes back from the school in number 1 taxi. So A1 is a way to go to school and come back from school. Then he goes to school in the bus A and he comes back from the school in number 2 taxi. So A2 is the second way. And again he goes to school in the bus A and he comes back from the school in taxi number 3. So this is one way. In the same manner we have to do B1, B2, B3. So C1, C2, C3. So in this way we get 9 ways to go to school and come back from the school. I hope now the students will be able to understand why we multiply m into n, that is 3 into 3. So because do remember here both the things must happen, because the student has to go to school and he has to come back. So both the works are connected by the word and. So and is the basic thing for multiplication. So you are going to use the word and between any two work, so it says both the works to be done. So not either the first one or the second one, because we are not using the word or, we are using the word and. So between the two works, the first work and the second work, both works to be completed. We just have to find the total number of ways to do both the works. So A1 means he goes to school in the bus A and he comes back from the school in taxi number 1. And A2 means he goes to school in the bus A and he comes back in the taxi number 2. So A3 is like that. B1 means he goes to the school in bus B and he comes back from the school in number 1 taxi. So the same thing is applied up to C3. In this way we are getting 9 ways to go to school and come back from the school. So both the things must happen. That is why I am asking you to use the word and between the two works, because both the works to be completed. Okay, now I hope now the students will be able to understand what is multiplication rule, why we multiply. Now we can move to the addition rule. Okay, now to understand the addition rule, I just explain you the concept. Now this time only one work to be completed. So to complete that one work, we have two options. One is m different ways or n different ways. And another important thing is that particular one work cannot be completed simultaneously in both m and n different ways. Either the work can be completed in m different ways or in n different ways. So just carefully listen to my sentence. I use the word or between the two sentences. Either the work can be completed in m different ways or in n different ways. Since I am using the word or in between, I just add both m and n. Okay, to have a better understanding of addition rule, we can consider a real life example. Okay, let's move to the next page. Okay, a student wants to go to school. To go to school, it has three options. That is A, B, C. So there is m different ways like. And in case the student is going to use bus to go to school, he has three buses: the bus A, bus B, and bus C. Otherwise, the student may choose taxi to go to school. So taxi number 1, taxi number 2, taxi number 3. So that is n different ways. See, now the two options, but only one work is going to be completed, because in our previous example, that is in multiplication rule, we saw two works to be completed, that is going to school and coming back from the school. So two works, but here only one work is going to be completed, that is only going to school. So even to go to school, the student has two options. Either the student can use bus or taxi. So not both. So the most important thing is we use the word or in between the two sentences. And another important thing is the student can go to school either by bus or by taxi. So the student cannot use both bus and taxi simultaneously. So if the student goes to school by bus, he has only three options. So that is m is 3. And no, the student doesn't like to go by bus, so it likes to go to school by taxi. So he has three options, so 3 taxis. So finally 6, the total number of ways is equal to 6. So that is A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Just count the number of ways. The student can go to school by bus with the name A, or with the name B, or with the name C, or the student can go to school by taxi with the number 1, or with the number 2, or with the number 3. So he has 6 ways in total to go to school. So do remember, here the only one work is completed, that is going to school. So for that he has two options. So he cannot use both the options simultaneously. Either he can go by bus or he can go by taxi. So since we have or in between the two sentences, we just add the number of ways, m different ways positive n different ways. That is 3 positive 3 is equal to 6 ways. So I hope now the students will be able to understand what is addition rule. So why we add the two different ways. So the most important thing what we have to remember is the word, the keyword for multiplication rule is and, the keyword for addition rule is or. So in between the two sentences, if you have the word and, you just have to multiply the two different ways. And in case you have the word or in between the two sentences, you just have to add the two different ways. If you have and, you have to multiply. If you have or, you have to add. So these are the two important things we have to remember. Okay students, so for more videos like this, please visit www.onlinemathforall.com. Thank you.